Folks, this video is going to demonstrate a one-arm row with a dumbbell. Now this is an exercise where you can go pretty heavy with it. You can do some ego lifting, or you can use strict form. I kind of feel like you should be somewhere in between, or do your strict form and then at the end do the ego lifts, which means using more momentum. Now, this exercise, as some people can go heavy, possibly heavier than what their back can handle. You may need to use a weight belt to help with your lower back. So we've got a flat bench. Flat bench is ideal. You'll see people doing these up against the dumbbell rack, maybe an incline bench. There's various ways you can do it. I feel like this is the best way possible. But one thing you're going to do is, so if I'm working this right arm, my left leg is going to be touching the bench. And we're mirrored with this recording so I can see the screen. So, telling you right and left probably isn't going to help you. This arm, if I'm working this arm, I'm working the opposite leg, okay? When we switch to the other side, it'll be the other way around. I put this knee down, palm down on my opposite hand, flex the elbow of the arm, right? And then our upper back should be relatively parallel to the ground. Some of you will have difficulty getting that position. Maintaining a straight spine, all right? Now, hips should be square up front, all right? And with your right leg, which that's going to have a bend in it, right? So, and of course, now that we did that, folks, the camera stand. I bought this awesome camera stand, but now you apply too much pressure on it. Okay, so we're going to grab the dumbbell. And when you're going heavy, folks, you could use lifting straps. But I'm going to drop down, pull up, all right? I try and tuck that into my chest, basically. You don't need to go any higher than that. On the way down, get a nice stretch. Maintaining your hips being square, back being parallel to the ground, spine straight, all right? So let's switch to the other side. We may adjust the camera a little bit. So this is my left side. What you guys will look or see probably looks like my left. Once again, slight bend in the elbow, hip square, spine straight, back parallel to the ground. Lift up. Sometimes I'll kind of almost come across a little bit, get a little bit more of a stretch. Back when I was younger, I'd work up to the 140s or higher. Now, though, that's not something I'm capable of anymore. So I think the biggest dumbbell I have here is, well, the biggest fixed dumbbell I have is 80. We have the ability to make probably about a 130 pounder. All right, so I feel like we need to adjust this a little bit. Now, of course, the way the camera angle is, you may not get to see every little detail. All right, so once again, slight bend, keeping those hips square, dropping down, bring it up. Now, I really haven't been doing much of this, folks. I've used the hammer strength plate loaded row, which has back support, and I find that to be, good thing. So of course, you know, when you're resting, you can just hang out on the bench. Nice and easy, right? But most likely you do one arm, switch to the other, and then take a break. Now for stability purposes, the leg that's on the floor, if need be, you can take a wider stance. And then, not that I want you guys looking at my really nice butt, but let's give you a different angle. I say that, there's probably like no females that check out this channel, but if there was. All right, so from that angle, which may be, you know, totally useless if I play back later. So, you know, the main thing about this, folks, let's talk about warming up before you do this. Make sure your core, you know, in my opinion, is nice and warm. Let's adjust the camera again. Make sure your core is nice and warm. You know how if you got an elliptical, you're at the gym, warm stuff up, right? Pretty much that elliptical is going to get everything warmed up. This may not be an exercise you start with. Maybe go do the lat pull down machine. Maybe find something else to warm up with. And then hit this. This is an awesome exercise. You know, if you have a home gym, and you know, as I noted, we have fixed dumbbells. That was a 20. These Olympic dumbbells, you can put 10s on there, 5s on there, whatever. If you have enough of them, you can make a massive weight out of this. So probably get 6 10s on both sides of this. And the bar, this thing weighs 8 pounds. The collar's between the two almost a pound. And so you end up with up to about 130 pounds. Now if you find some thinner 10s than what I have, you know, 140, 150, whatever might be possible. But this is a good way to be able to work even harder. One thing about these compared to the big dumbbells, these actually have smaller handles on them, which for some people that might be a good thing. But yeah, beyond that, there's some other stuff we'll show on this channel to work, to do rows with, to include a landmine using a 7-foot bar and some of the attachments that you can get. Of course, none of these have, you know, really good back support. Eventually, we'll demonstrate this with the incline bench where you would get a little bit more back support. Thanks for checking out the video, folks. Please like, please subscribe.